You have downloaded the numeracy and literacy screeners to your desktop and put them in the folder. You will double click to open. You can see they are all listed here. By double clicking, it opens for your school. Now, reminder that you want to make sure that you're working in the workbook only. So if you have the comma separated values file, you're just going to delete that so that you have the workbook only. And they are all here and ready to go. Now I'm going to open up the numeracy and literacy screener and show you a few features within that will help you navigate the data. So you can see here I have opened up my numeracy screeners. There's a lot of information here, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to hide rows A through G. So I'm going to highlight them all, right click and choose hide. Then I have all my student names. You can go ahead and do this for different areas that you aren't going to use so that you have a nice clean screener. Now the next piece of this is freezing certain rows and columns. In this particular case, I want to freeze my top row so that as I'm scrolling down, I can continue to see the main headers at the top. I also want to freeze my first two columns with student, last name, and first name. So there is a trick to do both of these at one time. So I want my top row and my first two columns. So I am going to click in the cell that is below my first column and beside my name. Then I'm going to go up to View, over to Freeze Panes, and I'm going to choose the top one, Freeze Panes. Now you can see when I scroll to the side, my first and last name stay, but if I scroll down, my first column stays. The next piece you may want to do is adjust the width of different areas so that you can see what it has to say in each column. The next piece we're going to want to do is we're going to want to add a filter to the first row so that you are able to filter the data in the Excel sheet. So I'm going to click on my first column. I'm going to go back home and I'm going to find the sort and filter. And I'm going to choose filter. And now you can see that a filter has appeared on my first row. So when I go in, that will allow me to filter by at risk or not at risk for whatever the question is and the data that I am wanting to see. So those are some tips and tricks that you can do for exploring your literacy and numeracy screening data Excel sheets. So now I have my numeracy sheet all ready to go, and now I'm going to import the literacy assessments so I have them all in one sheet. So you can see from the bottom, this is my numeracy. I'm going to go to data, and then I'm going to choose get data and from a text or CSV. Now this will automatically choose the last location that you were at. So I'm going to go back into the file folder. Now it automatically comes in as text files, so you will choose all files. So once you have all files chosen, you can see here that I have my 3 assessments. So I have my numeracy. Now I'm going to do my CC3. So I double click again. Then I am going to choose load. So it automatically comes in as a table, but all of your data is there and the same. So you can see I have my numeracy, my CC3 is down here on my tabs in the bottom. I can change this to a plain text if I want by using the filter buttons at the top. And now I'm ready to go. So I have my initial Excel sheet here. That's my numeracy. And then I have my CC3 is available. And now I am going to go in and I am going to do the exact same thing for my lens. So data from a text or CSV, and then I'm going to find my, so here I have all my files. They're here. I'm going into my lens. I am choosing my lens. And here it is all ready. And remember, you're going to click load. And now, similar to the last one, I have all of my data is together. Now I can rename these if I choose, just so I know which ones. So now I can see all of my information is